Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's your girl V-Henny, man. You already know the vibes. Welcome to the Artistry, where we talk shit about music, entertainment, and the everyday struggles. And we have a dope guest in the building, recording artist. He's also an entrepreneur, and this guy is just a go-getter, bro. Like, he's all over the place. He be trying to sell me the motherfucking pen. You understand? We got Duce Privilige, aka Duce Da Privilege, in the motherfucking building. Hold up, because I don't have the budget, but hold on. Now,
Yo.
yeah.
Yeah.
What up? What up? What up? How
What's
you
good?
doing?
Thanks for that awesome intro.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was trying to like, cause I'm like, this guy's the go-getter. You understand? Like, he's the type that, like the Wolf of Wall Street. You understand? Like, you trying to
Yeah.
sell me this pen?
Yeah.
So I definitely want to say thank you for being here. Welcome to the
Thank you for
Artistry.
having me.
You understand? This is my humble home.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, no. Before we get into anything, I usually tend to do a toast. Just as far as just basically in a nutshell, saying thank you. Thank you for everything. I also want to say congratulations on everything you're accomplishing.
Thank you.
Shout out to everything
Likewise,
you're doing.
congratulations on this.
Thank you,
This is
thank
dope.
you. This is, let's do this. We got that marijuana. So how you doing? How you feeling?
Yo, I'm super excited. I feel great. I don't get too excited, so it feels good to be excited.
Why you don't usually get excited like that? You have so much going on for yourself. What's there's not to be excited about?
Because I don't really look back too much.
Okay.
So it's just kind of like everything that I do accomplish. Once I finally accomplish it, it's next.
Gotcha.
Next. And some things that I guess I take time or take me more time to work on than others when it finally happens, or it happens exactly how you want it to, then it's just like, wow, I did that.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's a dangerous space to be in because you could get caught there. I call it like the Al Bundy syndrome. Like,
okay.
You ever watch Married with Children?
Yes. It's been a minute, but yes.
But I'm sure you'll remember what I'm about to tell you. He always sits there and zones out on that high school football play when he made the touchdown and they won the championship or whatever. And that's like his biggest accomplishment.
Yes.
And he's just stuck there, always looking back.
Okay.
It's just like,
you don't. Okay, I get that.
That's always in my head for some reason. That's one of my favorite shows as a kid. But
that's smart,
so for me, it's just kind of like I'm always, kind of like chasing the next thing. But
I mean, that's because you want more, obviously. But that's a great. I feel like right now, like listening to that, that's actually dope that you keep that in your. I feel like in your mind because it reminds you not to just sit on one accomplishment and just get like so. I don't know if it's like infatuated with it, but it's like in a sense is becoming infatuated with that one particular success.
I use it to compete with myself.
Okay.
So like there's certain points in my career of everything that I've done, just me being me, where it's just like, oh, when I was doing this thing, this was at a certain height. You know what? I want to compete against that.
Okay.
I want to do that consistently.
Okay.
I want to do that more often. Sometimes I succeed, sometimes I don't right away.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm up against, So that's the only time I kind of really look back, because when I do look back, it's like, hold up, wait. I did this, I did that. And there's a lot of shit that I forget about that sometimes I talk to people and they remind me, and I'm like, hold up, wait, yeah. I did do that.
Yes,
and it's just like, it encourages me to do more. I don't know, I just got a thing for I'm a creative. I'm a serial creative. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I just like to do whatever I want.
We have a lot of similarities, right? Because you're one of those where,
and we're both Pisces.
That's why. Boom. You see, this is why. When is your birthday again? Matter of fact, you're in February. Actually, I know this because I was gonna mention. You can tell how analytical you are and you overthink certain things because your name, like the Duce Preview, aka the Privilege. You understand? Duce was from your birthday, so it's in February.
Precisely.
And so I was just like, wait, I know this, and I was like, because I know you get asked this question like about your name, and I'm like, the fact that the privilege, understand it's a privilege to be next to you. I thought that was dope how you put it together, and that's when I was just like, yo, this guy really like you're really like,
pay attention to detail,
you're attentive. You're attentive, but then again, you're Pisces as well, and we're very detail oriented.
And it's just like, yo, don't try to pull a fast one on me, because I might let you do it just to see how far you're gonna go. But I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna let you rock, because I saw it coming before you did it.
Oh man, so I know you are your own worst enemy when it comes to recording music.
I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to everything.
I mean, to everything, but I could imagine on your creative process how you're.
That's what makes this project so dope.
Okay, let's talk about it. You have Black Wall Street.
Black Wall Street.
How many tracks are we expecting
12.
with this? 12 tracks.
Yes.
Okay, how analytical you got? How like
3 years of. Well, all right. So when I dropped GD Mentality 3. That was 2018. So I probably started penning Black Wall Street like late 2017, maybe early 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, and so then like Black Wall Street just is like a timeline of like from when I finished recording the last project up to now.
What song you would say took you out of your comfort?
Yo, I would say a lot of them, most of it, the whole project, just about.
Okay, why is that?
Because once I found like what I considered to be my sound, I feel like I always had the lyrics, sometimes the cadence or like the flow. Maybe something might not have been in the pocket, but I always had the lyrics. Like I always had the shit to say, but it was just like I might have thought I was saying it cool, but it wasn't like connecting the way I wanted it to connect.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like going into this project, I just kind of like felt like, you know, it's just time for me to like just reintroduce everybody and let them understand why privilege is a part of my name. Like I really get busy and I really do what I do, and I'm gonna do everything y'all doing, but I'm gonna do it my way, where it doesn't look like I'm trying to do something else or trying too hard. But I'm gonna get with the current sauce, but I'm still give you that '80s baby sauce.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So like I feel like this project was a perfect blend of the music I grew up on and like, and some of the sauce from today.
Gotcha.
And yo, it's just like as I listen to the project, when I put the project out, I did a soft release, meaning it was on my website.
Okay.
Sold it for $20, direct to consumer. Everything came to me. They paid. I sent the link out, and it was 10 songs.
Okay.
January 1st of 2020.
Of 2020. Okay.
Then, and a part of the reason why I did it that day, my grandfather, who was a Black Panther.
Okay.
That was his birthday. My mom also passed on that day, and she's the reason I'm an entrepreneur. So it was a significance behind it. But with everything that happened with the pandemic, and then just certain things that happened in my life after my mom passed, cause and just everything like just it put me in a situation where I couldn't promote the project the way I wanted it to. Like my plans kind of like gotta scratch that. And in that time, I'm listening to beats, and now it's just like I'm not satisfied with the project completely anyway. And I didn't do because my plan was to do a soft release on my site, sell them at 20 a pop, and whatever reward you got for buying it on the site, you got your reward. And then I was gonna release it on the DSPs.
Gotcha. Okay.
So my whole plan kind of like went left with that.
Okay.
So when that happened, I started experiencing more. I went through a lot of changes and a lot of growth and just a lot of enlightenment, So in that process, I'm working on joints, and I'm like, now I'm taking that off. I'm redoing the project because what I was gonna do, I was gonna just do a deluxe.
Okay.
And just add more tracks, but then I took some joints off.
That's what I was going to ask.
I added a verse here, took a verse off this.
Okay.
And I did a couple of listening sessions where I invited some people who I can respect their opinion. And I just I don't want to hear shit you like. Don't sit here and yes man me. Like, tell me what you don't like, because I already think my shit is hot. So I don't need you to tell me that. I need you to tell me what you feel could be better.
How many tracks did you remove from this, and you're adding to this version of Black Wall Street? So how many did you remove, and how many did you revised?
I removed maybe half.
Half.
I feel like I removed maybe 4 and I revised 1.
Okay.
I removed 4 and revised 1, and then I added additional.
Okay. Okay. How many tracks did you revise? Meaning you said you changed certain verses and stuff like that.
So there's one song I took somebody off.
Okay.
And I put another verse on it.
Okay.
And there's a song that song didn't even make it on the first one, but I had a song that I did. It was just one verse.
Okay.
And I was sitting on it for a while, and then I finally did the second verse. So then I put that on a project. Like, yo, it's just a crazy like body of work. Like,
so that's crazy because the one that you released, the soft edition.
That's like an NFT.
Yes.
It's like an audio NFT.
Yo, like whoever got that, you understand? Like
That's
you
it.
got it.
But yo, see, you know what that reminds me of? I did that for a reason too, because like I don't remember back in the days when bootlegging was a thing.
Yes.
So like you would get the album, like there's Jay-Z albums that I've got like the bootleg version.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds one way. You can hear certain differences in certain tracks. Maybe the hook is a little different. Maybe somebody's singing on this, or maybe the words are a little different. You got the bootleg version, but then when the actual version comes out, it's totally different.
Yeah.
So now it's like, yo, if you got it, you got it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know, and it kind of sucks now because now with the digital shit, like Glory, there's a song that Lil Wayne did called Glory.
Okay.
The original joint was fire to me. Now in my same playlist where I had it saved, it's a different version of the song. Okay. And what they probably did that because of clearance and like copyright stuff. So you know, sometimes they redo the beat differently, and then put it out. And it's like, damn. So now you lose that because you don't have the physical joint, like on your CD or on your tape.
And it'd be like that.
But yeah, so like if you got that, you got it.
That's crazy. That's dope. That's dope. I know you're looking forward to this because, like you mentioned, 2018 was like your series, which was GD Mentality. So this whole time of just focusing, working on this, and you're, like you mentioned, you've been going through a lot. You know, I know you're in a process of rebranding. Are you rebranding just yourself completely, or just like your artistry?
That's always me.
Okay,
that's always me.
Everything, and that's just looking for growth.
Yeah, I'm focused on just becoming a better version of myself in all aspects.
Okay.
Like, leaving no stone unturned. I don't want to just focus on one particular area because I feel like for where I want to go and where I need to be and where I'm destined to go, everything needs to be worked on at the same time. I can't just focus on one area. Yeah. You know, that not within myself and not within my endeavors. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like music, acting, rapping, clothes, this, that, the next. In order for me to do what I do, I have to handle everything at once. Gotcha. I can't just be like, you know what, I'm gonna leave this alone and deal with this because then it's double the work now. Mm-hmm. Momentum wise, even just like taking care, like it's like kind of like you got a garden. You know, you can't work on this part of the house and decide I'm gonna take off for a week or two and not tend to the garden because now the garden is trash. Now you gotta start from the beginning. It takes longer, you know.
Being that you've been in this industry for a hot minute, right? You know, you're an entrepreneur in itself. You know, and you've been chasing this dream for a while. What's a lesson you carry from when you started your artistry to where you're at now? What's a lesson you carry with you to this day?
I don't feel I chase a dream. And the reason why I say that is because everything that I've envisioned, I've done already to some extent. Okay. Maybe not to the extent that I wanted to do it. Okay. But almost everything that I, in my time, like, yo, I want to do X, Y, Z, I've done it. And the reason why I say it's not chasing a dream because it's kind of like,
I get it. You're manifesting your dreams. Instead of chasing it, you manifested every goal and you accomplished it, which I get what you're saying. Yes.
And I feel like the only thing for me to do now is to do everything but on a bigger scale. Okay. And it's just kind of like when we talk about chasing dreams, accomplishing goals, and things like that, a lot of times we equate money to success. So it's like I've rubbed shoulders with some of like the people I grew up listening to, people I've respected. I've done that. I've been in those rooms where most people are not getting in. Like, you know, I've done events where I've done everything that I wanted to do, but now it's just like being more consistent and doing it at a higher level. You know? Yes. So I feel like I'm living my vision.
Okay.
and I'm writing it as I go.
As you should. Now, from everything you've been accomplishing and you've been dealing with as far as like your artistry, what's a lesson you took and you carry with you to this day? Because we already know there's a lot of lessons that we learned.
It's better to move without emotion as much as possible.
Oh yes.
Even it's better not to react right away sometimes, because, or most times really, especially in like an emotional situation, because you can't take back words or actions.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you let things rest for a second and you think about it, you might not want to react in the same way.
Yeah.
But if you still want to react in the same way, then you address it how you feel, how you see fit. But that's one thing I would say. It's better not to jump the gun and react with emotion.
I agree with you. That's something I learned the hard way.
I think we all have to some extent.
But
definitely.
so I was actually, like I said, I was doing some research on you, and in an old interview, you had said something that stood out for me, and I was just like, "Ooh, I love this." You said you don't study likes, you study invoices. And so I want to know, how do you measure success?
I measure my success by my rate of failure.
Okay.
The less I fail, the more I'm succeeding. If I'm not good at something, the less I have trouble with it, the better I'm becoming at it, whatever it may be.
Okay.
All around. And that's how I measure success for me,
That's dope.
And I feel like I fail my way to success. Like, failure is a part of success.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
For me, success is not a destination, it's a journey. Because there's always you're always succeeding, until you're gone.
Yeah.
Until you can do no more.
That's a fact.
That's when the journey stops.
That's a fact. That's a fact. What are you most proud of with this project? Because I know you said like you was dealing with, coming 2020, you had a lot of struggles. So what is something that you're most proud of with accomplishing this project?
Excuse me. This project, I'm proud of my business approach to this project.
Okay. Elaborate on that.
I just feel like it's my most responsible project as far as like me doing the things that an actual label would do for a professional release.
Okay.
As far as just getting like the ISRC code, the UPC code, on top of registering and making sure that the performance rights organizations got all the tracks, and crediting everybody getting the right licenses for the beats, and not just taking beats off YouTube and just throwing it on there. Like,
yeah.
Just doing all the things that you need to do business wise so that you can actually profit from the music. Okay. Because for me at this point, it's business. I make music because I love to, but if I'm putting out a project, I've invested money into this project, so obviously I want to make some money back. Absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, and you have to have your paperwork right to do that. Yes, you do. That's what I'm proud of. And that's dope. Shout out to you, because you're mentioning like all these little things, as little as it may seem, is actually, it makes a big difference. So the fact that it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. But at the end of the day, the return that you get out of it is bigger than what it is. You understand? That's a fact. And that's the beauty to all of this. People don't realize, or not that they realize, or maybe they don't understand. Like, for those who, I don't knock your 9 to 5, I don't knock it, but being an entrepreneur is not easy. So sometimes the littlest success is bigger than what it is. I say celebrate all your successes. Absolutely. There's no success too small to celebrate. No, you're absolutely right with that. Small term goals help you meet long term goals. It does. It really does. And it's just, it's just like a domino effect in a sense. Like, the more you keep celebrating the small things, the bigger you accomplish. You have bigger accomplishments. So and like just looking at the fact that you've been in this industry, and I know, because I know the struggles. I've seen it. I was also an artist. The struggles of being an artist, you have your discouragements, or you have your moments of feeling as if not,
Yeah, similar to like
Deaf
wanting to.
ears.
Yeah, how you overcome that?
I think my artistry is always taking a back seat to everything else that I do.
Why you say that?
It's what I push the least.
Mm.
Like, look at me as a serial entrepreneur with many
Mhm.
products. My music is the product that I push the least. And probably now, well, up until now, the reason being that it's probably the product that probably cost me the most to make
Mhm.
and gives me the least ROI. So it's just like when you spend a lot of time investing in something that's not really giving you any kickback per se. As an artist, with my company, I've made money through, off of music every way possible, just about. But as an artist, speaking, off the music itself, it's just like I didn't want to keep spending on something that's not giving me anything in return. And it's just like I'm giving so much, and getting so little. And I just felt like, my music was falling on deaf ears. Like I felt like, yeah, I'm talented and all of that. And people, when they do listen, are like, oh yeah, you're so dope, blah, blah, blah. And they see me, oh, like, yo, how's the music? And I will always be like, you tell me, like, because if you were concerned and checking for the music, you would know how the music is going because the music is there. So I feel like for a long time, I just like shot away, like, and then just going through like my mom passing and stuff like that in 2018 after I dropped I dropped GD Mentality after she passed.
Oh wow.
But
Okay.
I just really leading up to that, like 2016, 17, I wasn't really like doing the music like that.
Gotcha.
Because of things I was going through. And I was, it turned me off. I was turned away from it. And I just felt like, I always felt like if people actually listen to it though, they will fuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
So the biggest challenge was like, getting them to listen to it. And I didn't really want to put much effort into that anymore. But
Gotcha.
spinning the block, coming forward, different experiences and just things happening. Now it's just kind of like, I feel like people are paying attention more now.
Okay.
And I have a lot more to talk about. That's another thing, is, you want to have something to talk about. You don't want to do music just to do it. So when Nipsey passed, I got familiar with his last album, Victory Lap. When I listened to Victory Lap, it reminded me of the last project I dropped, which was GD Mentality Volume 3. And I was just kind of like, just as far as his persona as an artist, we have a lot of similarities. And like I hear a lot of like my content in his. And seeing people kind of like fuck with his music after he passed kind of made me think like, all right, maybe there is an audience for what I have to deliver, because I don't do the shit that they do right now. That's not what I prefer to do. So hearing people kind of like listen to Nipsey stuff and me feeling like it's kind of like the same genre of rap, that and listening to another artist named Starlito who dropped the album that I listened to, I think it was like right after Juneteenth last year, like around June 20th.
Okay.
So listening to Starlito, artists like Nipsey, J. Cole, seeing people support those kind of artists who I feel kind of make what I consider growth rap, which is what I make, kind of like inspired me. Like, nah, my nigga, get ahead, do what you do, fuck it, like put it out there, fucking give him one more. And now it's just like where we're at now with this set of 12. I'm like, yo, if you don't fuck with nothing on here, you just, I don't know, like. I don't know. I can't call it because it's like, yo, listen, not because it's my shit, because I'm very critical of my own shit. It slaps on here, like, and it's slap after slap. And there's only 2 people featured on my joint.
Okay.
One person's featured on 2 songs. So it's out of 12 songs, is 9 solos.
Okay. And
we got 3 features in the middle of it. And it's just, and I feel like everything sounds different, but it all sounds like me. And that's what's so dope about it. That's why I'm so proud of it, because it's just kind of like I feel this project, out of everything I've done, I finally, like, when you're doing a project for school or you got something that you got to turn into the teacher. It's like, yo, the last one you might have corrected a couple of things and read, but nah, this is it right here. Like, send my A+. Like, you can't, run that. And I only feel like that because I've sat through like listening sessions with people who not gonna yes man me and bullshit me. And that just yesterday I was doing an interview and we was live, and one of the co-hosts was just like, I don't be listening to people's shit on, on site. But since I'm listening to it, if it ain't I'm gonna let you know, da 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 da, like.
Uh-huh.
And it was just kind of like dope to just see her whole shit change after it played. Like, nah, I fuck with that. It's all on camera, so it's dope. Like, yeah.
And you got that.
And,
You
and I'm
understand?
like, yo, but it's one after another. Like,
Okay.
most people, if they like one, you're gonna like at least another 5 right after that at minimum.
Okay.
So it's dope.
Listen, bro, like I think like you said, just take it to a higher level up. You understand, within your artistry, because the smart thing is
I
that
would love to chart this album. Like that's
that's what I'm saying. So like right now, that's what
like
you
a goal for me. Putting that out there, like public goal.
No, it's
like,
going to happen. It's just now you just have to have, like you said, because you're in a place right now where you do you have a team?
Well, I have a team, but as far as for like what I'm doing with music, it's just me.
It's just you.
Yeah. See, like within my team, so we have Network, right? Network ENT is my team.
Yes. Okay.
We're a collective of entrepreneurs. So it's just kind of like there's people on my team that do other things.
Okay.
They don't necessarily do this aspect. Like this here is me. You know, I got people on my team that do fitness. I got people on my team that do HVAC. I got people on my team that do.
So how do you have time to like manage like everything as far as yourself? Because I feel like that's a lot. Me personally, I know it's a lot. It's a lot. When did you start realizing how real everything started becoming for you?
Yo, it's been this way for a long time.
What's a long time?
It's been this way, minus my kids, at least 20 years.
Do you feel like you're at the place where you want to be?
I'm where I'm supposed to be right now.
Okay, but where you want to be?
Nah, because I always want to be further. But
Okay.
I feel that wherever I am right now in this moment, if I wasn't supposed to be here right now, I wouldn't be here. So
Yeah.
I'm where I'm supposed to be. It's just up to me. What I do now determines where I am and what I am in the later now.
Of course.
So it's all about this moment, right?
Yeah.
So in this moment, excuse me, I'm where I want to be because I'm here doing something to further a goal that I have.
Okay.
Which is to push a product that I'm releasing.
Yes.
And by me being here, I'm putting myself closer to my goal. So yes, I'm where I want to be in this moment.
You read a lot, right?
I don't read as much as I used to.
Okay.
And I need to read more, but I've read a lot.
Because I'm like in and out with a particular book, The Power of Now. Yeah. So speaking about that, you understand? Like at the end of the day, it's the now.
The present.
Yeah. You know. And that's why I was just asking you, like, you know, I know right now this given moment we are. This is where we're supposed to be. Absolutely, I agree with you. You know, as human beings, we tend to overthink and be like, I'm not where I want to be.
See, the thing is, like, that's ego.
That is ego.
Power of Now talks about ego.
Yes.
Because of my personal development, things I've experienced, things that I've read, I'm kind of very good with like checking myself.
Okay.
And I'm kind of very good with evaluating myself, my thoughts, my decisions, monitoring that. Like, you feel me? So like, I'm good at not letting ego and emotion get in my way. Okay. I'm human, so sometimes it can a little bit, but I'm good at monitoring that and just kind of like, you can't really get too caught in the moment because this is what happens. Let's say something goes wrong, whatever it is. That happened. You can sit there and dwell in that. Oh, this is messed up. This went wrong. Da 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 da. Or you can, all right, what's the next thing I can do to correct this so we can keep going and move forward? Or what's the next course of action? That's always me. What's the next course of action? I try not to get too caught in the moment because you know, life is a series of moments. Moments pass. What we doing? You know.
You know, it's crazy because I wasn't expecting. Like, we've met a few times, obviously, and you know, I've seen you, like, I've heard your past music and etc. But I wasn't expecting you for who you are right now, as like the conversation. I wasn't expecting that. I'm being completely honest with you, and it's dope that you have that that mindset, because people don't realize that once you have that mindset, again, the power of manifestation is very much real, and this is why you're accomplishing so much. You know, the fact that you put your mindset into this, you're thinking this way, you're focused on just the execution, and once we execute it, what's next? You understand? So you knowing that you want to have this project charted, you want this project to go further, is going to happen. Again, it's just about working smart.
The thing is this, in life, there's always going to be things to complain about. And I feel like hopefully there's always something to celebrate. What you give attention to and focus to is what you get more of.
Okay.
So even if I'm dissatisfied with something, I'm not happy with something, that's not something that I'm going to give a lot of attention to, because me focusing on that is going to bring me more of that. You get what you focus on, whether good or bad. So it's just kind of like the law of attraction and the way you word things. Like when you say something like, I don't want to be late, right? Like, yeah, you're saying you don't want to be late, but you're still putting the word late out there. So it's just kind of like a simple rewording could change your whole outcome. I want to be on time.
Exactly.
Don't even
Instead
mention the word late.
You know,
I want to be on time. So it's just like the positive narrative of the two.
Yes.
You know, essentially it means the same thing, but how you word it plays a different role on what you get, because you get what you give. So you got to be mindful of what you put out into the universe. Another huge part of manifestation is one, working on yourself just to become a better, your best self, so you can.
But how long it took you to get there?
Forever. It's not a destination.
It's not
it's a constant process.
But looking back, all right, when was that, like, more or less, when did your awakening happen?
So like I would probably say 2015, when I separated myself completely from religion. And that same year, I think I took off with the whole Netgear thing. And that same year, I had went back to school for electrical installation. I'm an electrician by trade. And just a lot of different things that I've studied from like a teenager, and just seeing things happen. Just my level of understanding is really different. I've always had certain gifts that I didn't necessarily discuss with people. And I think in the last 6 to 7 years, I really just started understanding more how to use those gifts to my benefit, and how to control them. And what I was gonna say was, like, the whole thing with manifestation is you have to be more in tune with self. The more in tune with self you are, the better self you are. You vibrate on higher frequencies, and you manifest faster. Fortunately for me, I understood the power of manifestation. I learned it and then began to understand about it. I understand it rather, like, from 2006. Now I feel like I'm moving into a space where I'm beginning to master manifestation. And I'm manifesting things at an alarming rate. I realized this last year, June. At the end of June, beginning of July, I kind of just evaluated a couple of things that I set out to do that all happened how I set out for them to happen. 90% on target. And paying attention to the universe is a big thing.
It is.
It's a big thing. And I just really just pay attention to the signs, because when I say pay attention to the universe will give you indirect signs for certain things. I'll give you an example. Maybe there may have been a time where I was rushing to leave the crib. And I'm thinking about I might have left my watch that I don't really need, right? But I'm thinking about my watch as I'm leaving, so I don't double back to check. When I get where I'm going, I realize I don't have my wallet, right? Let's say I get back to the crib, my wallet's next to my watch. So the universe indirectly was kind of giving me a sign that you left your wallet, but it didn't specifically say the wallet. It just gave me a clue. Had I went back for the watch, I would have been like, oh shit, there's my wallet. Didn't really need the watch, but needed the wallet. So I kind of take that approach with everything now. And it's just kind of like, I watch for the things that most people don't watch for. So it's just like, that kind of just helps me, like, manifest somehow, some way. It's just like, I just pay attention to shit, and it's just like, and connect the dots.
What do you do to keep yourself motivated and interested in your work?
I'm motivated by my past work. So when I go down memory lane is what gets me going. Like, most of the times, if I got a new project coming out, is because I probably spent some time listening to some old shit where I was like, yeah, I was talking that shit. I gotta talk that shit, but just like in a present way. And that's where Black Wall Street.
You're talking your
Gotta
shit
hit an
there.
album, man. You gotta.
So going back to this project, what was that process like as far as like studio writing for like what songs took the longest? Like I want to know that process.
I create in different ways.
Okay.
I'll tell you some of the ways. Sometimes depending on what the scenario is, like if it's a studio where I'm paying by the hour, or if I just paid out the block and I got mad time, or depends, I don't do this project I only have 2 people featured on it. But I'm not really one of those Cineverse kind of people. Like either we gonna link up. Oh, you in what state? Flights, what we doing? Like that's just me because my creative process, I don't really care for that Cineverse. That's not how I create.
Okay.
I like to do music. It's a social thing. This project, when I go in, I'll go in the studio, and if I have the time, I'll create on the spot. So like, I'll just play the beat. I'll probably roll up, sip something. I'll listen to the beat, and then I'll just go in the booth, and I'll just freestyle.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll freestyle a whole.
You freestyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
you didn't.
dope.
So hold up.
I didn't know that.
You did.
Go ahead.
Oh, we gotta talk. So you did research and you didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Yo, if I was like a game character and they were like strengths, that would probably be like at the top.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I gotta hear this.
I'm gonna say it anyway.
Because you know what? There's freestyle. And
there's a lot of music. I didn't want to say this without you hearing it because now you're gonna probably judge it differently. But there's a lot of music on the album that
was freestyled.
So it's freestyled off the top. Like there's one song where it's freestyled off the top. Like I didn't know they were recording that first, and I was just freestyling, just warming up because that's how I warm up before I record to get in my, just get in my bag. And I wanted to showcase that on the album. That's another thing I'm proud of. Like I took a freestyle all off the top and threw it on the album.
Okay.
I don't know too many people that do that. Like this is off the top, one take. Like
that's
just
what I'm
freestyle.
saying because you have those. They be like, yeah, freestyle, and it's written.
Nah, I mean anybody.
But
listen, anybody that knows me, I'll tell you. Like they could vouch for me. Like sometimes people hear my freestyle and they be thinking it's written until they see me do it live.
Okay.
But it's just because like the reason why I freestyle as good as I feel I do is because I got to a point where I began to forget my lyrics. So when people would be like, yo, spit something, I don't got no choice. It's either not spit or freestyle. So I had to get good at freestyling.
Gotcha.
I had no choice.
Gotcha.
Because I don't be remembering shit. So I got to freestyle. And I have to freestyle to the point where it's good enough for you to be like, all right, I might listen to something, But so for the album, a lot of this album was just that, me going in, freestyling. Like I might freestyle a few bars, I get a vibe, I start going off, and then I'll probably stop and just chill for a minute, keep listening. Yo, hit record, just let it play. Stop. Listen, go in, stop. And then now it's like, all right, let me hear the whole thing together. Just let it play. Smoking, just listening to it. Listening to it and reciting it. All right, I want to say this like that, hit this in that pocket. I'm listening to it, listening to the freestyle. Now I memorized it.
Okay.
Now I know what I want to say, which particular way, how I want it to flow. All right, run that. Let that play while I'm going in. So now I'm going to go in.
Okay.
Now I got the freestyle playing as a reference. So even if I'm forgetting a little bit, it's still there where I'm tagging along. Okay. And I do that. I scratch that freestyle. Now let me hear the joint I just did. Now this is closer to where I want to be.
Yeah.
So now I'm listening. Now I memorize. All right, boom, boom. That part right there, the first couple of bars, that's going to be the hook. Fly that. Boom, 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 boom. All right, verse done.
So, okay. Which I get that. All right. So now when it comes to performing, what's your process memorizing this?
So now, see, like I really want to have a certain conversation, but you didn't hear the project yet, so I don't want to slight myself. But it's just kind of like, I'll tell you this: when you listen to the project, your favorite songs, and then I'll tell you after you tell me what your favorites are, if you have any favorites.
Okay.
I'm assuming you might have some. Your favorites might be songs that I freestyled in the booth and then memorized and recorded. Because what I've come to realize, I don't tell people.
But what's your favorite songs then? And
it
I know
depends on my mood. It depends on my mood. It depends.
So
because
okay, so let's go aside from Black Wall Street. When it comes to you performing, are you the type to go off the crowd, or you already have something set for you? Like how's that?
See, when I record, I kind of record like I'm performing.
Okay. But when you're performing in front of a crowd, like what's your what are you doing?
Okay, we got that. I have it depends on what I'm promoting at the time.
Okay.
Because my performances are usually promotion based. Like I usually perform when I have a project I'm pushing. The previous project, I have a song called Growing Pains.
Okay, yeah.
And Growing Pains is probably one of those songs that I'm probably gonna do moving forward. See, what I learned about performing is that there's a technique to it. Okay. You don't necessarily perform a song because it's new.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You know? So like I feel like Growing Pains is a song that I know that no matter where I'm at, no matter how love. Even if whatever the energy is, okay, I know that I can kind of level the playing field with Growing Pains, meaning that I can at least get your attention. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And more than likely we're gonna catch a vibe, because Growing Pains is just something that is catchy. Okay. You might be able to relate to real fast. And by the time I finish the first verse, people are singing the hook.
You see how you just explained Growing Pain? What's at least one or two songs that you can say you feel as if performing is going to be like those tracks, similar to Growing Pains?
It really depends on the audience, because when I dropped the Soft release in January of 2020 for my birthday, I performed. Okay. Performed 2 songs. Okay. Mentally, I just was in a total different headspace on my birthday at the show, at the event. Okay. So I felt like that was my worst performance in a long time. Personally. Okay. I felt like that was my worst performance. And I performed 2 of what I would say are the best songs off the project. But after that, there were a couple of people that reached out to me about each song. Okay. That was like, yo, I love that shit. Da 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 da. And that's just wow to me, because in my head I'm like, yeah. I didn't even post none of that. Like, nah, that for me, that was my worst performance. Okay. And I guess I didn't do as bad as I felt I did, because there were people who found me like, yo, I need that song. Okay. And it was both songs. Like, it was multiple people for each song. I performed 2 songs. Okay. So it's just like, I can't even gauge it, because like I just go up there and I'll do what I do. But it depends on how I feel. This project though, I think real shit. I would say, like, I didn't really get to perform. Like, I performed it once. I performed each of those songs one time. Okay. So like that I can remember it. So I really don't know, but I think real shit. Okay. Real shit is one of those, because when I play it for people, they know it right away. So I think, yeah, real shit will probably be that one. Real shit off this project and Growing Pains off the last project will probably be 2 songs that will be in all my shows going forward. Gotcha. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay. We finally got to it.
Yeah, because I'm like, no, wait.
We got it.
But I still, like, just learning the process of it, because people don't realize that, again, it's not easy being an artist. The whole creative process.
And another thing. Go ahead. I record almost every track at least twice. Okay. I just want to throw that in there, because
Okay, so look at recording it at least twice. The fact of creating it, the fact of the studio time, the whole, just aside from the money aspect, people don't realize how much effort is put into, like, this is your baby. You understand? Like,
the business side, yes, the paperwork.
It's a lot.
The scheduling, the marketing, the promo, the booking for the studio, the video director, the treatment, the MUA, the models, the extras, everything, the marketing, the promo, the shows, the interviews, the everything, the performances, the blogs, the everything, the PR, everything.
It is, yo. Like, people don't realize that. It's crazy. But, like, you're doing it. You're doing it. You're accomplishing so much, And I mean, like I said, like once you drop this, to be completely honest, I know you're gonna do well.
I appreciate that. I
Because
appreciate you having that confidence without even hearing it yet.
Nah, because you know what it is though. Like to be completely honest, is the fact of your approach, the way people fuck with you because they fuck with you. You understand?
I would agree.
And knowing the fact that they fuck with you because of who you are, you have good music. It's not like it's trash. You have good music. So people fuck with you. They're gonna fuck with you. They're gonna continue fucking with you. Your goal obviously is to tackle the ones that don't fuck with you. That's the goal.
My goal is just to get your ear. Just give me an ear for a second. But that's what I'm saying. Because even the people that fuck with me, because honestly, let me keep it a band with you. Even the people that fuck with me, I don't have their ear. Like, it's people that buy clothes from me that ask me about the music and never listen to it. But that's that's a part of the thing that has turned me off from the music.
But don't get
so that's why I'm like, look. So that's why I'm like, look. I just need your ear for a second. If I can get your ear, cool.
And I get that, but don't get for a person who does sales. Or not when you already know you have to be aggressive with it. That's why.
Yeah, but you know what it is. I get all of that. I did sales my whole life. My first business, I was 8 years old. I became an entrepreneur. Like I've done sales 29 years of my life, right?
Okay.
So I get that, but it's just kind of like when it comes to music, right? This is bigger than just sales. This is time. This is effort. There's a lot more that goes into music than just sales. And honestly, what I'm talking about has nothing to do with sales itself. I understand the concept of sales. But everybody's not going to like it. Everybody's not going to be drawn. I understand that part. But what I'm saying is just kind of like, yo, if you fuck with me the way you say you fuck with me, lend me your ear for free.
And I get what you're saying.
That's what I'm asking. You're not obligated to do that. So what I'm saying is, this project, lend me your ear. Once you lend me your ear, if you don't hear anything you like, I respect that. Cool.
That should be the name of your campaign.
Lend me your ear.
Yes.
That's it. And it's crazy because if you look at my, maybe in my bag, I have the network business cards, but our slogan is a hand in your success. But lend me your ear. Yeah. I trade you a hand in your success for your ear. A hand for an ear.
That's a fact.
That's about to be my next shirt. A hand for an ear.
Yeah. Yo, because at the end, and I get what you're saying. And this is why I'm like, I get it. Lend me your ear. But you already know. And it's sales, marketing, whatever.
It's new people, though. You have to find new people.
You have to. But and unfortunately, it be the ones, they be like, I fuck with you. They don't fuck with whatever the passion is, in a sense. Quick,
and that's cool. Right? There's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's not. There's nothing wrong with that. You have to learn, and I tell people this. I had to learn that this is my goal. This is my dream. This is my desire. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to obligate it. I'm not. If you fuck with it, you fuck with it.
Precisely.
At the end of the day, that's on you. So with you, like, I'm like, yo, like, I get it. You have those. They're going to let you a lot. You're gonna have more the new ears opposed to the ones that've been.
That's why we're campaigning.
Yes.
I feel like this. Look, there's many different ways. Like me, I'm not here complaining about support. Mm-hmm. I don't want that to be misunderstood by anybody. That might right? I get plenty of support. I do a lot. Everybody's not gonna support everything, but I feel that if you fuck with me, then you're gonna support something I do.
I'm gonna name this show "Lend Me Your Ears."
Lend me your ear. Yeah. So like, I feel like if you fuck with me, then there's something that I do that you're gonna support, because I do way too much for you not to fuck with anything that I do.
Yeah.
But my thing right now is, listen. Even if you fuck with everything else that I do, lend me your ear though.
Yeah.
Fuck all that right now. That's cool. You buy clothes. You spend $100 a week, $200 a week on clothes. Cool, great, thank you. But right now, let me your ear.
Yeah.
I just want you to hear this real quick. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
You can hear it for free. I don't care. It's not about the bread, because at the end of the day, I just feel like if you listen to it, you might find something you like.
Okay.
Tap in. That's it.
Okay.
Now's the time to tap in. Like, we on a whole different type of time. Like, see, Black Wall Street is a mindset. It's a lifestyle, We rebuilding our own, working with our own, And we got to get more into that because we do a lot of destroying within our own. You know what I'm saying? So, and we have a lot of music that promotes that, and we all love it. It is what it is, you know. But there has to be a balance.
Yeah.
So you need a little bit of everything, and I think that this is a well balanced project.
Okay.
And I love it. I think it's fire.
That's dope.
I give it 5 stars.
Okay.
Respectfully and humbly.
So before we see you perform, right? Because I look forward to that. I want to know, when was the last time you did something for the first time?
She gonna give me shots of Mama Juan and ask me some shit like that. Trying to get me in trouble.
You can have the last of this. You want a shot?
Matter of fact, give me a shot. I think I need another shot.
Let's do another shot.
Let's do another shot.
Let me have your.
Do I have to say what it is, or can I just?
I want to know. We want to know.
Oh, something that I can say.
You can say whatever here. Listen, I put on YouTube and on the website. Honestly, this is not made for kids.
Look, honestly though, you see, my kids are on YouTube. But now, honestly, thank you. Now, give me some more. What if I could have more?
No. You could definitely
fill
have
me
more.
Fill me up. Give me a real shot. There we go. Thank you.
Give me a real shot.
Thank you.
Yo.
I know you want some spicy shit, but I do want to say
I don't have to. To be honest, it's whatever.
This project is the most recent, not the most recent, but one of the most recent times I did something for the first time, and that's make sure all the business is straight.
Okay.
All the business. Like, here's the thing, I'm gonna make money with this project. It's just what it is. Like, from every angle possible, and the reason why I say that is because my paperwork is straight.
Yeah.
So once the paperwork is straight, anywhere that this might happen to land or go, it's lit. Because the paperwork is straight. So I don't gotta worry about nothing. And the way this music is set up, like, there's a lot of music that can be in film, can be in TV.
Dope.
Can be like this. Yo, this is it. I don't want to be one of those people. Like, I don't like to talk too much before shit happens. But like,
at the end of the day, this is what.
But this is that shit, yo. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you like this: if you lend me your ear, and you don't fuck with nothing on this, you're never gonna fuck with my music, and that's cool. But I don't think that could happen. Honestly, like, that's like, if somebody who likes hip hop, regardless of what version of it, what era, if you don't like nothing on this, I have to question if you really like hip hop. And I'm not saying that because it's mine. I'm saying that because of the content of the project. It's dope.
I'm again, congratulations on this, because I know how much effort you've put on this, you know? So it's just a matter of the time, and just, like, again, work smart. It's not about how hard you work, it's about working smart at this point, you know? So for those that are watching and they're not following you as of right now, where can they find you? Where can they find your music?
Duce Da Privilige everywhere.
Everything.
Duce Da Privilige. Just look up Duce Da Privilige. My music, you can check all platforms, GED Mentality, or just put in Duce Da Privilige, DuceDaPrivilige. Even if you spell it wrong in Google, you put in Duce Da Privilige, all 3 words, you can spell all 3 wrong, it'll get you to me somehow, some way. Duce Da Privilige everywhere, everything.
I mean, there's no reason why you shouldn't be following the man, because all his information will be in the description below. So it's just one click away. You understand, guys? From his album to his Instagram, all that information. So you already know the vibes, bro. Like, just follow the man. He has a dope project out. Basically, Black Wall Street.
So I also have a film series dropping, Bullet to the Ballot. Look out for that on YouTube.
Okay.
Bullet to the Ballot. Check that out. A Black empowerment web series.
Okay.
It's kind of just basically about us getting what we feel we deserve in this country, getting the justice we feel we deserve, and then policing ourselves.
Okay. So it's definitely stay in tune. Y'all already know the vibes. Follow the man.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being here, man. I'm grateful for this. Here, about to perform.
One last plug.
Go ahead.
Netgear.com. KNET GEAR, netgear.com. Listen, your latest urban wear fashions, quality streetwear.
I got my shirt.
You see V got the t-shirt on and all of that. V
and
got
it's
the
comfortable.
V-neck, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So check us out.
Yeah, I already know the vibes, man. Follow the man again, man. All his information will be in the description below. And we're about to watch him perform. Rock out with your cocks out. Jam out with your clam out. You dig?
Turn this shit up when you hear this. This is nothing but that real shit. All my real ones gon' feel us. This is nothing but that real shit. Turn this shit up when you hear this. This is nothing but that real shit. All my real ones gon' feel us. Turn it up. This is nothing but that real shit. Nothing but that real shit. That fake shit don't live here. My only fear is next year be the same place as last year. Therefore I prepare, I get ready and stay ready. It's grind time, all the time to that bag heavy. When I get the pop, break it down and divide with the ones that are right by my side. No suit, no tie, still in the VI. If you see me in the spot, then I'm in the VI. Pop champagne, it's a celebration. Every day, steady elevation. Sunrise, getting high in the high rise. Waking big, getting face, man, this shit lie. That I love it like fucking man, I can't lie. Not bad for a kid born in the style. Be eyes to the limit, is the sky. Do what I want, roll a blunt, feel the vibe. I will not stop, till I reach the top. Then I'ma go even higher. I'm whipping the drop, spinning the block. You barely see the tires. Turn this shit up when you hear this. This is nothing but that real shit. All my real ones gon' feel this. This is nothing but that real shit. Nothing but that real shit. Nothing but that real shit. This is nothing but that real shit. Nothing but that real shit. Nothing but that real shit. This is nothing but that real shit. Nothing but the real shit. Keep it a buck. Fish bowl, no tits, easy in the truck. Better keep it cool, don't pressure luck. Don't be a fool, get left in slump. Moving real hot, that's a thing of the past. But I still keep it locked up in the stash. One way or another, we gon' get this cash. Somehow, some way, we gon' get to the bag. It's time to eat, I'm in the kitchen with ingredients. Chef Pretty got the sauce and the seasoning. Moving weight by the plate, I was feeding them. Weird for the repeat, and then we eat again. Cut checks and invest, that's the boss move. Take a look, let me show you how I boss do. But the game ain't free, it's gon' cost you. I had work moves before I had boss you. Cut checks and invest, that's the boss move. Take a look, let me show you how I boss do. But the game ain't free, it's gon' cost you. I had work moves before I had boss you. Cut checks and invest, that's the boss move. Take a look, let me show you how I boss do. But the game ain't free, it's gon' cost you. I had work moves before I had boss you. Turn this shit up when you hear this. This is nothing but that real shit. All my real ones gon' feel this. This is nothing but that real shit. Nothing but that real shit. Nothing but that real shit. This is nothing but that real shit. Nothing but that real shit. Nothing but that real shit. This is nothing but that real shit. That real shit.
The Artistry.
Catch us on YouTube, Facebook, or outlets.
Follow us, the Artistry NY.